Today we're doing an Indiana classic, a favorite if you will, a breaded pork tenderloin sandwich, and we're excited to give it a go. If you want to see our take on this Hoosier favorite, stick around while we dig in.
I can't believe the WALTWINS. They're right there. That's one of them. That's the other one.
I'm the other one. Hey, welcome back. I'm Adam. I'm Brett. And we are the WALTWINS. If this is your first time here with us though, welcome. Consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything that we do here on the Blackstone Griddle. This one comes by request of John Collins, a really good friend and a Patreon of ours. Yes, love John. I know, and you know, every time we talk to him, I say, hey, John, what do you want to see us throw down? And he wanted the chili dogs. Got the chili dogs. And usually he's like, it doesn't matter, you guys have so many great ones. And then recently he said, you know what, I'd really like to see your guys' take on the pork tenderloin sandwich, the breaded pork tenderloin sandwich. So of course you do some research, you find out this is an Indiana favorite, and real quick history lesson since I am a history guy. First settled by the Germans there. They're big on their schnitzel. Well, when they came, they didn't have a lot of schnitzel for the beef. What? So they turned to the pork and they came up with this pork tenderloin sandwich as the story goes. And here we are. But Brett, let's get to the groceries so the fine folks know what we are throwing down today. Well, here we go. Up front and center, we've got the pork tenderloin, which we will be slicing up, butterflying, and hammering down so that they can fit these amazing rolls. And traditionally, this does come on Kaiser roll, and well, that's what we're putting them on, Kaiser roll. We are going to be breading them with flour as well as Ritz crackers, and we're only going to top it with mayonnaise and mustard. And pickles. Yeah, pickles. Mayonnaise, mustard, and pickles. It's so funny, Brett, when I first started looking this up, it seemed like depending on where you went, what site you went, it said you had to have this topping or you could only do this one. I saw many that argued you can only have pickles and mustard on it. Okay. Then others that said you gotta have the lettuce, onion, tomato, the ketchup, however you like it. So guess what? We're doing kind of a mix between, we're doing mustard, pickles, and we're getting a little bit of mayonnaise just to help with that creaminess. But when I was looking up these, my favorite one for the breading, we were gonna use seasoned breadcrumbs. I saw somebody use Ritz crackers and I'm like, that's what we're gonna do. We get that buttery saltiness in there. Yep. We'll add a little bit of usual suspects to this, but that's it. Brett, let's just show the process. It's relatively simple. We've done these shallow, or what we call griddle fries before. We're gonna go ahead and get to it. Right, so I've got the our usual suspects, made up a batch last night, so. Gonna put this fresh batch, just a little bit in the breading, and nice and liberal, actually. Liberally, and then also gonna use it on the pork itself. The pork itself doesn't have a lot of flavor, so we're just adding a little bit of our own. Taking the buttermilk, adding it to the 2 eggs. Only need about that much. Okay, so while Brett is setting that up, I'm gonna go ahead. We just have our canola oil. I'm gonna get a shallow fry going over here. It's gonna be 3 or 4 tablespoons of the oil, and we're gonna get it to puddle up right here. Now it will shift back here. That is always the case. We actually have the griddle kind of purposely set up for this. Otherwise I'd adjust it on here. This is an uneven piece of pavement. So we take advantage of the back corner to help pull the oil. And you'll see as we pull the oil through how we do it on here. We've used these, we've done these shallow fries many times. They always turn out the way we hope. They're excellent. Yeah, it's been wisping, Brett, so we're good to go. So Brett's gonna go ahead and season the pork before he pulls it over. And this is just our common dredge. We do this process for a lot of our cooks when we do these breaded cooks. If you look here, this is the process. All I did is I opened up this pork tenderloin. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I opened the package, I thought those were the size of the tenderloins. Did not realize we were dealing with 2 separate cuts, which I knew because the tenderloin's a little bit much smaller cut. Correct. What we did is we were trying to find a good cut. We ended up realizing if we can cut a bigger chunk, about a 2-inch piece, 1.5, 2 inches, cut that down and then butterfly cut it because it's so tender, hence the name tenderloin. Yeah. When we hammered it out, we ended up with these big pieces that we could bread. And so what Brett's got here now, as you can see, hold that up real quick, that is a large hammered out tenderloin. So that's really good. This is gonna cook in about a minute to maybe 2 minutes. It is not gonna take long at all. I've got the paper towels ready over here. So he's got a wet hand and a dry hand, very important. Yes, a clean hand and a not so clean hand. So what happens is the flour kind of is that dry pack and then packed, and then he uses, we have both egg and buttermilk in this one. This is the first time I've used both. We usually do an egg milk or buttermilk, but we're doing both, and that acts like a glue, a binder for these delicious Ritz cracker bread crumbs. Let that drip off a little bit. I'm so excited for the Ritz, let's be honest. As well as I'm. Brett, you know what I'm doing? Putting on the Ritz. I was just going to make some joke about it, and he kind of beat me to it, so I beat him to the punch. We kind of did the 1-2, the joke 1-2. The joke thief up in this piece. Yep. You know, flip it over. You really want to push it down in there. Basically, we want coverage everywhere. We want to make sure there's no spot unritzed. Here we go, man. We're going shopping, but we're not going to pay for it all today, so we're going to put it on layaway. Right there. Look at that. So Brett's going to prep that second one while we get this, and this is on medium-low. I'm going to bring the heat up just a little bit. So like Brett said, this is going to be about 1 to 2. We might go 3 minutes on the side. All we're doing is waiting for that to get golden brown. Look, 500 degrees, even on medium-low. 528 at one spot, 513. Now that's with the oil bringing that up. So, but that's where we're cooking at. And all we're doing is making sure we don't burn it. See, that's already GBD, baby.
GBD,
so
baby.
We're gonna turn it over. Now what I'm gonna do is let it go. That was maybe a minute, Brett.
Correct.
So all we're gonna do now at this point is just make sure we don't burn the outside while we get the inside to the internal temp that we need, which pork is? Yeah, 145, exactly. And pork can be a little pink in the middle, but I don't think we're gonna run into that issue here at all with these thin tenderloins.
Right.
All right, it's been about another minute, so we're gonna flip it, and then I wanna temp it, because what I'm just making sure here is that we don't overcook this or burn the outside, but also making sure the internal temp gets to the temp that we need. Hard to find an internal temp because this is so thin, but Brett, we're already at temp, bro, 145.
There you go.
There we go, we're good to go. So I can pull this one and let me know when you're ready for the next one.
Just
That
about.
went quick, bro. Yeah, 2 minutes for that one.
We're not gonna pay today either, so layaway.
That's right. Okay. Get that oil over here. Second side always cooks just a little bit quicker. Check the internals. There we go, 156, 164. That one's ready to go. There we go. So at this point, we are ready to wrap this up. I'm gonna pull this last one, and then we're gonna build these sandwiches and have some good pork tenderloin sandwiches.
Yeah, correct.
All right, Kenzie, let's get ready for some B-roll. There they are, and I gotta say, Brett was like, wait, I think those are gonna be way bigger than the buns, and these are monster buns,
Yes,
by the way. These are big Kaiser rolls here in Southern Florida. It's what we get. Every sandwich I saw was hanging over the side like yours is. It's how it's supposed to be. Mine is almost bun size, but that is huge.
Bun size, aka
Nonetheless.
fun size.
That's right.
Bun size,
aka yum size. I like it. We're
Yeah,
going with that.
that's right.
All right, man. But like we say, it can look amazing.
It looks amazing. It looks delicious.
It looks like the Indiana classic that I've seen a lot of times. The
Correct.
breaded pork tenderloin sandwich, if you will. It can smell amazing.
Can I get a smell? Yeah.
Smell, yeah.
Yeah, it
But
does.
if
Check
this-
that box.
But if this doesn't taste amazing, then this was all for naught. Cheers. I'll eat to that, my brother. All right, flip it out of my ham.
Bro, that is,
Unreal.
yeah, unreal. It's so thin.
Tender.
It is, so when I was going, tender.
Mustard, pickle.
Mustard, pickle,
Mayonnaise.
it gives it such a good bite. Mayonnaise and the creaminess. Good call on the mayo. I was questioning the mayo at first. And then the tenderloin. Usual suspects, you gotta season it up because the tenderloin is a pretty lean piece of meat, so there's not a whole lot of fat in it. So therefore you wanna make sure you really season it up. Usual suspects we put in the flour as well as on the meat itself before we dredged it. And Ritz,
was
oh
the
my
way to
gosh,
go.
Ritz, good
Like
call,
I said,
Kenzie,
I've
yes.
seen some people use saltine crackers,
Yep.
which also seem nice, that saltiness in there. You can use regular breadcrumbs. You can do this so many different ways. I will never not use Ritz crackers. I will never not do it this way. That was perfect. Now the tenderloin's a little bit more expensive because it is what they say the best part of that meat. And so we love that pork tenderloin. It is so good. It was perfect for this. We've got one more. I promised Parker I'd make him one so he could taste it because he loves those breaded chickens.
Oh yeah,
And
you know, it's funny that you say breaded chicken. That's one thing I was thinking of. It looks like chicken, but it doesn't taste like chicken. It is a sandwich, a taste on its own.
All its own. Indiana, you do it right up there. Let's just say schnitzel. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we hope you like this. This is one you've got to do. You've got to try it. If you did like it, don't forget to give this a thumbs up. We really do appreciate it. It's one way in which you can support what we do. Another way you can support us is through our merchandise store. There's a link to that in the description below this video. Our merchandise is brought to you through Digital Promotions, who works closely with Crossroads Missions, and we love working with Crossroads Missions because they're all about service. In fact, they provide service any and everywhere they can. We love being a part of it. In fact, a portion of all the purchases made through the WALTWINS goes to benefit Crossroads Missions and their service work. Brett, we also have a Patreon page.
Yeah, we sure do. Shout out to our Griddle Entourage. We love you guys so much. And if you want to find out more information on how you can support us through Patreon, that is down below as well.
Right. We absolutely love our Patreons and all of you just for being here. Thank you so much. But Brett, aside from coming to make this banger, this Indiana classic banger, if you will.
Indiana.
Why else are we doing this?
Because all we do is twin, no matter what.
And with that, we bid you adieu.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
And
griddle on!